I will take the name Mexican enemies have given me. The whites will learn it, and you will learn it.
Jay Silverheels made history as the first Native American to play a Native character on television. As Tonto in The Lone Ranger, he became a household name. But behind that iconic mask and smile, there was pain, pride, and deep frustration. In 1957, when someone asked him about his most famous role, he answered with just 3 words: "Tonto is stupid." It wasn't a joke. It was a quiet protest against an industry that celebrated him publicly but disrespected him privately. Born Harold J. Smith on May 26, 1912, on the Six Nations Reserve in Ontario, Jay grew up in poverty but surrounded by resilience. His father, a decorated World War I hero, came home wounded and struggling to provide, while his mother kept the family afloat using traditional medicine and sheer willpower. As a boy, Harold found his escape in speed, first in lacrosse. His swiftness earned him the nickname Silverheels, after fans said his feet flashed like silver when he ran. It was that name that would later follow him to Hollywood. By his 20s, he was already a lacrosse star, a boxer, and a man determined to rise above the limits society placed on him. But being Indigenous in the early 1900s meant facing daily humiliation and discrimination. He saw his sister lose her language to Canada's residential schools, and his people stripped of their traditions. Poverty was constant, but so was his will to keep going. His first break came unexpectedly, a small film role spotted by comedian Joe E. Brown during a lacrosse tour in Los Angeles. That one stunt led to a Screen Actors Guild card, and soon, Harold Smith became Jay Silverheels. But Hollywood wasn't kind to Native actors. He was forced to strip shirtless for casting calls, judged by his body rather than his talent, and often paid a fraction of what his white co-stars earned. He took uncredited roles, learned Shakespeare to improve his craft, and refused to quit, even when the industry humiliated him. Then came The Lone Ranger. When Jay was cast as Tonto in 1949, he broke barriers as the first Native American to play a Native character on TV. The show was a massive hit, but the name Tonto, which means stupid in Spanish, haunted him. He smiled for the cameras, but inside, he resented the broken English, the sidekick role, and the stereotypes he was forced to portray. While Clayton Moore, the Lone Ranger, made double his salary, Jay endured insults, underpayment, and even violence, once having to be protected from a furious director on set. Yet, Jay's quiet strength earned respect. When he refused to work without a proper dressing room, production finally gave in. When he challenged bad writing, he made the dialogue sound more human. He wasn't just acting, he was resisting. But fame came at a cost. The role that made him a legend also trapped him in the very stereotypes he wanted to destroy. As the years went by, he used his fame to open doors for others. In the 1960s, Jay co-founded the Indian Actors Workshop in Los Angeles, helping young Native performers train and break into Hollywood on their own terms. He believed change would come not from protest alone, but from preparation and persistence. In his final years, Jay suffered several strokes, yet he lived long enough to see his name honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1979. Surrounded by Native dancers, he sat in his wheelchair and smiled, a quiet, powerful symbol of dignity and endurance. When Jay Silverheels passed away in 1980, his ashes were returned to the land where his story began, the Six Nations Reserve in Ontario. He had once been mocked for playing Tonto, but his legacy became so much more. Jay Silverheels paved the way for future generations of Native actors to speak in their own voices, play their own stories, and demand respect on their own terms. This is StarLoop News, where Hollywood's hidden stories find their truth. If you found Jay's journey inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories behind the stars. And hit the bell icon so you never miss the next untold story.